predatory in a way, knowing, they don't have the means to pay it back. And then you get it. So, I mean, that's, a little bit as well. Real quick before we finish, just speak about a little bit about don't be afraid to start small. I mean, I think that's a lot, what we speak about as well. Because growth, right? You went from a freshman, you all from a freshman in high school, freshman in college to a senior, graduating senior, right? It takes time, right? And consistency a lot of times. And we spoke about that as well, but also small steps. So, when we all talked a little bit about, taking the wrong path at times, but getting back on the right path. It's a small step you would take. A lot of times it's just that, having the courage to take that small step. But look now. When you look now, I mean, I think, a lot of, kids have some trouble going to high school. I mean, I would say the same thing, right? But now, look what how it's paying off for you all right now. And that's the thing that I see, in all of, what was going on. I mean, you have the world ahead of you. It's one of those things like, like I said, you didn't know it was going to be, seems like a blur now. Especially for you, because you went through too. So it seems like a blur now, right? And it's like, wow, hopefully you don't get that student loan bill. But they said it won't be a blur then. But, and that's what I mean, but still, in order to be able to, get an education, right? And even if you did have to pay a little bit, it's never going to be, more than what you would gain out of it. It's just not. I mean, you gain so much out of it. And that's the thing, real quick, and then we can finish up. Tell me this, and this is hard. This is a hard question. What does success mean to you?
I'll go first. What success means to me is doing something that you like to do, doing something your heart desires for you to do, and making people around you proud of you.
That's good.
That's what my mom's happy with what I'm doing. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I'm doing.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
But you wasn't gonna say it the same way, so just say it in the Donnie way then.
Say it in the Donnie way. Making everybody around me proud, especially from my past. So I feel like success is like from your past to now, and like I guess overkeeping what you have been through. That's what I would say.
Right.
I would say like success is like I define it by like daily improvements. Being able to look at where you started and where you are now. As long as you got better, as long as you improve, that's success to me. And also just being able to impact people around you.
One of the things, I will say is the fact that I didn't pass every test, right? Matter of fact, well, not a whole bunch, but I didn't pass every test. Sometimes I went through a little spurt where I had a little rough patch there. But all I'm saying is, I understand what your past was, but remember that's your past. That's something you can't relive. It's something you can't go back and change. But the thing is, you can go hurt and harm yourself if you keep looking back. And then you go run into something. And that's the thing. So it's like, so you might have failed a test or two or whatever, but look at who you are, but you may walk across the stage. So it matters to, the journey is what, like we talked about at the beginning, the journey is what matters. So you always have to remember that. Do I want you to keep on failing tests? I didn't say that. But just like, I don't know, is anybody gamers here? Well, you game a little bit, okay. Or for the ladies and for you, bad night at the basketball game, bad night at on the track. Guess what though? You're changing up some things because of that reason.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. You're accepting what happened because you have to, because it happened.
So what you're saying is you failed tests, change up your study habits.
It could be that, or get out of that room when they playing spades and something like that. go on in your room and go study, right?
I like a good game of spades.
See, that's what I'm saying. But changing those things up is a big thing. I mean, you have to kind of recalibrate. In the gamer sense, think about it. You didn't beat a game, on that level. You sit it down for a second. Guess what you did? Nothing different other than time. You thought about it, don't strategize in your mind. Maybe looked at a walkthrough or two. Then you went back and you beat it. And then it felt very good because what? About an hour, 2 hours ago, I couldn't even do it. That's the thing.
You don't think about the parts that ain't taking no time.
No, you're exactly right. And that's, so, really quickly, your major, you stayed with the same major, right? The whole time. You may not. And that's the thing, you may not. So you might get down there and say, well, shoot, I don't know if I want to do all this, right? So you have to really, get the core classes first and then start to make this. So the only way you do that is talking to your counselors, talking to me. I've been down to, Concord, so they're real personable as far as, and I'm sure they would be at Tech too. I just don't, I know a little bit about them. And I know the state, because it's like, I think she said it was 14-1, something like that, 14 students to 1. So that's good. Yeah, so that's good. Yes.
Some word of encouragement that I wish I would have got told when I was in the 8th grade going into the 9th grade. Your 9th and 10th grade year is your most important year of high school.
No, for real. That's such a foundation.
I'm so for real. Your first 2 years of high school is your first 2 years.
Because people, they tell you that's it's not true.
So somebody else Adriana has some news to tell you all. Why don't you tell me? Your first what?
Oh yeah, that don't change when you get to college. You mess up your freshman year, it follows you for the rest.
Yeah,
of
like
your
It's
college
crazy.
career.
I'm not lying to you. It's crazy. I didn't believe it, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
If you bring your grade point average down, it is hard to climb it. It is hard to get it to climb, and that's one thing. So you always want to kind of nail right your first time. If you do that, and I'm gonna say you can cruise after that, but you got to think you're just taking your general core classes first 2 years. Then you're getting into quote unquote what you really want to study. So it should be something of motivation to do it because you want to study in this. So it's a lot different. It opens your mind up a lot as well when you see that. So like I said before, I think that's a good way to just start closing this segment out. Like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you. I think, like I said, I congratulate you all. Definitely, go change the world. I mean, this is the model that we talk about here, but it's the truth. Go change the world, right? But the only way you can do it is small steps. You can only do so much. I'm just gonna tell you that now. But handle your business, just the same. You're sitting beside somebody who just graduated from college, right? So these are the things. Lean on your resources. There's people that have had struggles, and like I said, I just told you some of mine in school, right? And this is the things that we need. I mean, we need in order to build on. You have the mental health, right? I'm not saying that you all need it. Don't trust me. I'm not saying that, but I did. I need it. I didn't even, and real quick, I didn't even know there was an infirmary. I know that's my fault though. It's not. I didn't even know until I was like a junior. I didn't even know I was sick, man. I had strep. I didn't even know. And I'm sitting there in this room. This been there all the time in Hill Hall. I'm like, what is it? What is it? Yeah, I know. I'm like, what is this? I mean, it might not be there now, but man, that was the best place ever, man. I mean, I ain't go back there anymore because I ain't gonna get sick that much. But I'm like, man, this is, what I mean? This is crazy. And but
the campus.
Exactly. And we went on orientation, right? We went, buy back memories of me. But then, like I said, even when we went to state that time, we did the visit. But always, keep asking. The silliest question you could ever ask is the one you don't ask. That's the only one. That's the only one. And I just want to, kind of shout out all the graduates from 2026 and beyond. Because I think, one thing about, with Donkey, that me and Mike know, you'll start to see when we first started, Donnie was in the 9th, but the other kids was in the 8th, or Donnie was in the 10th, and they were in the 8th. The 9th, excuse me. So now they're starting the cycle's starting to go where next year it'll be a flood of them.
A million graduates.
Really will. But it's a good thing to see though. It's a good thing to see, the kids, growing up, they're working now, right? We seeing them work. We're seeing them do different things as well. Like I said, and able to come up to us and kind of talk to us as well. So it's not, this is not like a job to me. It's really something I, get up for because you just never know what you might see. But you're working with people and it's always interchangeable, but it's always, really satisfying to see them grow. I'm not saying anything about me, but them grow. But even me, I'll just tell you real quick and I'll be quiet. But, even sometimes on the sense of, I'm a little older, right? I know how to speak, maybe not well, but I know how to speak a little. But even I learned things from Mike, and he's younger than me. I learned things from how he engaged with with the crowd, engaged with the kids. I mean, it's a good thing. It's do they like Mike? Yeah, I mean, but I think they started with Mike. So right or wrong, so it's like one of those things. Like you ain't gonna be I ain't hear him say it, but I had turned in some evaluations. 3. I was like,
they don't answer.
they get on you. So it's one of those things. It's like you just would believe how inspirational you all are. I mean, really at the age that you're at now, and it's something to celebrate and something to really talk about as well. Looking for big things, like I said before, I couldn't believe the art show. I still can't believe. I was telling somebody because I got it in the book, right? I was showing somebody. I got another picture too. I got to put up, but I got to get a frame. I was just blown away by it. Just the talent, And like I said, I know you want to do kinesiology, right? But her study would be to figure out about this kinetic tape. See the function of the kinetic tape, and